Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's your reluctant gringo back again with another video. And yes, I just got out of seeing, well, not just got out. It was about 2 hours ago. It took me some time to get home. But Captain America: Brave New World. Now, I was excited because it's a Marvel film. It's a new film. It's the start of the year, really, with big releases. And so, you know me, I like my merchandise. So, hey, here's my Red Hulk cup. All right. And then also it comes with its sister or twin or brother, whatever, your Sam Wilson Falcon Captain America cup as well. Yeah, I know. I'm south of the border, so it's in Spanish. Capitán América Un Nuevo Mundo Solo en Cine. So yeah, I got those. One with Sprite, one with Coke, if you cared to know. But there you go. But yes, so saw the movie 2 hours long. First thing I noticed right off the bat is that the Marvel opening is gone. Or at least for this film, it was gone. There was no Marvel opening, no grand cinematic opening. Like we're used to seeing in all Marvel films. So I was like, okay, well, there's that. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, so let me just kind of start out with saying this movie was disappointing. I was highly anticipating this movie because I wanted this movie to be fun because I love the Red Hulk. I've been collecting Red Hulk comics since they first came out, years ago. And I wanted a great Red Hulk appearance. You didn't get it. You got a Captain America film that was more interested in telling you why you should accept Sam Wilson as Captain America and stop crying about it on the internet. I get it. There's a vocal fan base out there that doesn't want to accept Sam Wilson as Captain America. I'm one of them. He's not Captain America to me. He never really was in the comics, and he's not really one now. But there was at least 3 or 4 different scenes in this movie which just preach and shove it down your throat and beg and plead and do whatever it can do to make you go, oh, yes, I'll accept Sam Wilson as Captain America. No, because when you see or hear somebody on screen say, hey, there's Captain America, and then the camera pans around, you expect to see Chris Evans. When you see Anthony Mackie, nice guy, really good actor. I like him and everything else that he does, really. It's not Captain America to me. That's just the way I am. You may think differently, and that's okay with you. It's okay with me too. So that's what makes fan bases so much fun. Now, the movie requires a lot of homework, okay? If you're going to see this movie and you're not a comic book fan, you're not really familiar with all the stories, you're not seeing all the Marvel films, you have to see the Eternals, you have to watch the Falcon and Winter Soldier D+ series, you have to see Black Widow, you have to see the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk film from, I think it was how long ago it was now, but you have to have all that with some extra stuff added in there to understand everything that this movie's trying to do and say. If you're a general audience member that has no comic book knowledge and really hasn't been a Marvel diehard, you're going to be like, who are these people and why are they here? What are they doing? And then they just go off screen and you don't get them back. You get no explanation. This movie was stitched together. It just seems so choppy. When you watch it, you're like, okay, that's a different movie. That's a different script, but they're trying to force it and shoehorn it in and tie it up with this new script over here. So the rumors about it being reshot and redone and rewritten and reshot again. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you could see it in the finished product. Now, if this movie cost $300 million, the budget, or 350 or 400, whatever the ballooning budget number is out there, the rumored budget number, because you're never going to know the new one, it certainly wasn't spent on CGI. I'll give you an example. Yes, the dead Eternal Celestial, whatever, in the Indian Ocean at the end of the Eternals plays a role in this film. We all know this, right? It was blurry. Most of the CGI was blurry, or they use like things like cloud cover, excessive cloud cover to cover up the celestial body, so you didn't have to see much of it. But most of the time I was like, what is that? Is that blurry? And other people at the end of the movie that I was with, but did they mean it to be blurry? Was it like an aesthetic choice to make it more comic booky, maybe? They were trying to give it every benefit of the doubt. And I go, no, I just think it was bad CGI. The Hulk, horrible CGI. When the Red Hulk first appears. Now, first of all, if you're going to go see the Red Hulk, or you're going to go see this movie because of the Red Hulk, I'm going to save you some time here. So a little bit of a spoiler warning. If you've seen the trailers, you've seen all of the Red Hulk. That's it, all right? He's 5 minutes, really, of the Red Hulk in the movie. That's it. So if that's what's spurring you on to go see this movie, make your decision with that in mind. But when he first appears and the background looks fake, he looks fake, so everything together, it looks photoshopped. It looks like I did it on my computer. It looks like, oh, somebody did a MacBook Pro job on this thing, and that's what you got. Like, oh, we're doing it through Canva now. All right, CGI through Canva. Really disappointing. And I like Anthony Mackie. I want him to succeed in the roles that he plays. He's not Captain America for me. You get a lot of the social messaging at the beginning that you get sick of in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's there because Isaiah, the character from Falcon and Winter Soldier, who we all know now as the original Captain America, we don't know that anymore because he's black. And so they threw him in jail for 30 years to experiment on him because white people bad. Okay, I get that. I know it's February, Black History Month. We want to throw something in there, but there's a good chunk of that in the beginning of the movie. So you got to deal with that and a kind of little undertone of that throughout the movie. If you don't know who, again, if you're not a comic book reader, you're not going to know who Giancarlo Esposito is. You're not going to know his backstory. You're not going to know what he's doing there. You're not going to know his motivations. You're not going to know. He shows up, he does something, he goes away. And you're like, okay, cool. The main villain, if you haven't done your homework, you're not going to know who that main villain is, why he's there, what he's there for. You get like a snippet. You get like a quick 3 or 4 sentence exposition on who he is, and good luck with that, okay? Because that type of villain, the main villain, if you're not gonna, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you don't know who he truly is or his powers or his role in the comics and things, you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? And really, any movie that is in a franchise or a universe, you've got to balance. You got to do a way better job balancing those two worlds of, you want to speak to the diehard fans, the comic book nerds, the old men with the gray beards or white beards, and you want to speak to them and be like, okay, we want you to come and see and enjoy the film, and we want to give you something, but you got to give general audiences something too as well. You can't have general audience members, which I was with general audience members. Well, there was only 7 people in the theater, and this is the first showing on the premiere day. So, okay, there was 7 people in the theater, and the one person sitting next to me who was a general audience member, who does not read comic books, does not know the lore, does not know anything, has not seen every Marvel movie, had a lot of questions throughout the whole film. And that's the thing. You're supposed to show, not tell. But if you're going to tell, you better do a better job of communicating. And it didn't do a better job of communicating. The action scenes were way overproduced, way too much choreography, that they looked staged. They didn't look authentic. They didn't look organic. And you know what? I think that was the problem with this movie. They talk about it being reshot, rewritten. It had too many, I think it had too many hands cooking in the kitchen at this point in time. There should be one director, a couple of producers, maybe some notes from the executives at the studio. But it seemed like this film had just massive interference because it just didn't know what it wanted to be, where it wanted to go, or what it truly wanted to say, besides Sam Wilson's Captain America. That was the only thing. I just saw the movie 2 hours ago, and half of it's already gone out of my mind. I'm like, okay, you want to know whether you should go see this in theaters or wait for it on Disney Plus? And you want my opinion? Wait for it on Disney Plus. That's just my opinion. It's not a movie. Knowing it now, I'll never watch it again. I never have to watch this film again. When it comes out on D Plus, I don't have to watch this film. There's nothing rewatchable about this film. There's nothing about this film that goes, oh, I can't wait to see that scene again. No, not even Red Hulk. Red Hulk was like, and again, we'll do a live stream later on tonight. We'll do spoilers, but Red Hulk. The way in which they treated that character and the way in which they sort of dealt with that character at the end. First of all, the Red Hulk or the Hulk, they're not powerful. Sam Wilson's powerful. I'll give you this, all right? They're doing their best in this film to prop up Sam Wilson as the next great thing, the next he's the male Miss Marvel. Overpowered, he's got vibranium. His suit's from Wakanda. He walks around like Tony Stark. Even at one point in time, he's got his arm in a sling, walking around the prison raft like Tony Stark did in Civil War. So he's got gadgets. So he's Iron Man, he's Black Panther, he's got the shield, so he's Captain America, he's the Falcon, of course, and who knows, a little bit of this, a little bit of that thrown in. So he's just he's overpowered. They've made him so overpowered, it's like, really? He didn't take the super soldier serum, but yet he can do that. That doesn't make sense. So there's a lot that doesn't make sense in this film. I feel bad for the people making it because it must have sucked to make this film over and over and over again, because this was a wasted opportunity. There is, at least if someone looked at this film and it took the 3 original scripts and said, I'm going to polish up this one, I'm going to polish up and fix this one, I'm going to polish up and fix this one, you could probably have 3 really good Captain America stories. Sam Wilson, no Sam Wilson, you could probably have 3 really good films. Instead, you get one film that just falls short on a lot of different levels. And that's what I got to say. And that's my spoiler-free review. Join me later on tonight for our live stream. We usually go around 9:30. Click on the bell for notifications so you know when we do go live. I am still your reluctant gringo. I'm going to end it there. From somewhere south of the border, I am here in Mexico. Salud and a huevo.